This is the garden that we had our potatoes and all in, our red Lesotas. Right now we've redone everything. These first 3 rows, you can see little green stuff everywhere. That is popcorn. We planted 3 rows of popcorn. It's up about 3 to 4 inches tall, doing really well. These 2 rows are okra. This one from Hoss Tools. This one is Star of David. Both of them seem to be doing pretty good. Hoss Tools is probably a couple of inches taller in the long run than some of the Star of David, but they're pretty close. And we should have okra for a while. These 2 are our red sweet potatoes. Finally, these 2 rows kicked off. They're going really great. We've been working with all this garden, trying to get weeds and stuff out and keeping it plowed. This is our peanuts, and you can see they are blooming. Isn't that pretty awesome? So we've got blooms on the peanuts. This is our white sweet potatoes. They're doing really great. We only got a partial row, but you can see they're blooming also. As we walk down the hill, these are our first sweet potatoes that we had. And these survived all the craziness that we had going on with weather. And we've got a few weeds still. Needs pulling. We're working on it, guys. But you can see they're blooming. They're doing great. So these sweet potatoes, we should get, there's 4 rows here. We should get quite a few sweet potatoes out of these also. The candy corn cabin garden has been revamped. In the back, we have nothing planted. We've just got it ready for some peas and stuff. The front, the squash are still doing okay, but we planted new squash. I've got them up next to the tomatoes, which are fixing to come out. I planted cucumbers. They're up about 1 inch. So they're on this back side here. We'll take the tomatoes up. We'll have cucumbers. The basil's still doing good. The asparagus is still doing good. And we'll have new squash plants in here because I've got them sporadically stuck in here. As these come out, new ones will be here to rotate out. The container with the tomatoes in it has been doing really good. We have yellow pear plus the blue indigo cherry drops, or blueberries. I'm not sure which one, but we have some of these getting ready. Some of the yellow ones getting ready. So this keeps us in fresh salad tomatoes. It's doing great. Danny's peppers are doing awesome. I picked that little small bucket there, slam full of banana peppers this morning. They are doing great since we added the mulch to them. And the sugar cane is getting tall. It is looking great. So let's move on to the front garden. Our front garden is one of the show places as you come in our gate. What it looks like. Sometimes it's growing really well, sometimes not. But on this side, you can see the lemongrass, and it's sporadic right here because we do harvest some occasionally to sell. This okra is finally starting to bloom. You see we have patches where it's not doing anything, but that on the end down there is starting to bloom some. And our entrance to our garden, you can see all the way down, all the lemongrass and stuff. And it's great for using in teas. You can use the roots for Asian dishes, things like that. Lemongrass is awesome to have. Plus, you can see it makes a beautiful barrier. We planted peas, red rippers. This first row is red rippers, you can see. They're starting to bloom. The leaves are looking pretty healthy except for a bug bite occasionally. We're not having the issues we had with the beans, like the English peas and the rattlesnake beans. These are starting to do great. And these 3 rows are red rippers. And you can see all the way down, they're looking great. This is plowed ground. It's ready to put down our drip irrigation, our plastic, things like that, get ready for next year. We have some tomatoes down there that are still going. We're still picking on. But overall, the red rippers will be our next major crop. This one row is the rattlesnake beans. Out of 4 rows that we planted, this one row survived, but you can see the leaves had some kind of disease, didn't do well, but the tops started coming out and doing fine. We started getting blooms. There's a few beans starting to get ready. We've got enough to eat several times, but overall this should be, these rattlesnake beans should be just abundantly producing. They're doing a lot like our English peas. They did not produce from the bottom up with all the disease. Then when the top started producing. So we're getting at least enough to eat on. I don't know if we'll have enough out of all this. We should be canning green beans. It's probably just a handful every day. So we're using them for daily eating. Danny's got 1 orange pepper. He's been saving it. He wants to save seeds, so that's the only pepper up here, so he could save seeds from that orange bell pepper. So overall, garden's looking great. Should be having some red rippers soon. We will be eating a few of these rattlesnake beans along. Eat in season. So guys, I hope you enjoyed a little bit of our garden tour for today. That's what we've got going on. And always eat in season. And always can the excess. You're going to wish you had. Thank you guys from Deep South Homestead.